Love Ki Ghanti 1. You can't decide when it rings. Written by Mr. Deepak Satya. Chapter 67. The miraculous concoction? What about your friend's result? When Shabnam asked this question to Babita, Babita was shocked. Which friend? Babita asked, pretending to be unaware. On the pretext of which you took me to meet Prashant, Shabnam said, looking into Babita's eyes. Hearing this, Babita became very nervous. She immediately hid her face from her sister. Seeing this, Shabnam laughed. He is a good boy. When Shabnam said, Babita was shocked again. I am sorry, Didi. Shut up. You are a human being, not a robot. Emotions and hormones also arise in your body. So don't embarrass yourself unnecessarily by saying sorry. Anyway, your Jiju has found out everything about him. He is a good boy. Shabnam said this and made Babita emotional. Shabnam was a perfect elder sister who gave good advice to her younger sister and also understood the practicalities of human life. But I am not 24 yet, came out of Babita's mouth. What kind of fool you are. I am not saying you should do that stuff with him, such an idiot you are. You both love each other truly. Shabnam said, scolding her lightly. Hearing this, Babita immediately shook her head no. I think you were right earlier. I have a lust for him. And in his mind too. This is not a love affair. Emotional Babita said, trembling. Shabnam started laughing after listening to her younger sister. Do you remember what I said while defining love? Shabnam asked. No, but I remember that at that time when I paid attention to your words, I came to know that what was between us was only lust, Babita said, becoming harsh. It was clear that Babita was forcing herself to accept this, while her conscience was dancing with joy and agreeing with her sister. Shabnam repeated the definition of love once again. According to Shabnam, love is about helping each other fulfill their dreams while taking care of each other with all our might. According to her, everyone thinks about their needs, their desires, and their dreams, but lovers also think about their beloved's needs, their beloved's desires, and their beloved's dreams. Shabnam believed that one can have sexual relations with anyone without being blinded by lust, but only the beloved is the person in whose arms you have a strong and stable desire to spend your whole life. That is, where there is true love, there is not even a trace of lust. Of course you want to sleep with your beloved, but then you do not behave like a goth, rather you behave like a god or goddess of love. Now tell me, do you two take care of each other? Shabnam asked. Babita, who was ready to shake her head in no, remembered the knife given by Raju. That knife revived in her mind a series of past incidents in which Raju was taking care of her and she was taking care of Raju. Maybe yes, Babita said very slowly. Sour and sweet moments come in every relationship, but is your relationship such that you want to see each other's success? And do you find serenity in each other's success? Shabnam asked. A smile appeared on Babita's face as momentarily as she heard the question because both of them wanted that from now on, Satan should not win in their lives, but both of them should. Even today, Babita was worried about Raju's result. If someone had told her that Raju had stood first in the university, Babita would have thanked Bhagwan by fasting the whole day tomorrow. Babita was also sure that when Raju would get the news of Babita passing with good marks, he would be even happier. That is, Babita had Raju's progress and happiness in her mind, and Raju made every effort to ensure that Babita remained safe and fulfilled her dreams. Yes, Babita replied with full confidence. Saying this, Babita's body language was exactly what Prashant had told Shabnam. Shabnam was very happy to see her submissive sister with confidence. Do you feel safe being with him? Shabnam asked. It feels extremely safe, said Babita. And how about that? Shabnam asked. He feels that it is his duty to keep me safe, Babita replied. When you think about him, do you think about physical relations? Or do you feel like traveling around the world holding his hand? Shabnam asked. I feel like crying on his chest until I forget all my pains, Babita replied. Hearing this, Shabnam was both surprised and emotional. And what does he want? Shabnam asked. He wants to hold my hand, Babita said with full confidence. Babita was looking at the calendar of Vishnu Lakshmi installed on the wall. After some time, she realized that Didi had not asked the next question. She turned and looked at her sister, who was smiling with moist eyes. Questions are over? When Babita asked, Shabnam said yes. So what was the result? Babita asked, as if a patient asked a doctor after giving a blood sample. Shabnam acted sad. Seeing this, Babita became tensed. You were right, there is only lust between you two, said Shabnam. No, Didi, I think we both are like you both, Babita said, as if the doctor had mistakenly read the report of some other patient instead of her report. Do you think so? Are you sure? Shabnam said and laughed. Seeing her sister's laughter, Babita realized that she had just confessed. She started crying. Shabnam immediately went and placed her hand on her mouth and pressed her against the wall. Go and meet him. Go and cry openly in front of your hero. When Shabnam said this, Babita felt like crying more. Giving Babita a chance to cry, Shabnam pressed her mouth until she calmed down. After crying for a while, Babita asked Didi to come along. You have to be mature, or you will always follow me. Go alone. Shabnam said, scolding, and Babita started crying again. After a while, she remembered something and started laughing. What happened? Shabnam asked. I understand, said Babita. What did you understand? Shabnam asked. Jiju's friends will stay around me, Babita said, smiling as if she had caught her sister's theft. Your Jiju has to become a professor. He does not have any security agency to protect you all the time. Shabnam made it clear that Babita would have to go alone. Understanding this, Babita became worried again. It took 2 whole days, but Shabnam succeeded. Babita was ready to make important decisions in her life alone. She was going to go alone to meet Raju. Actually, Shabnam had lied to Babita that Prashant's friends would not stay around her. A message had reached Prashant through the window. At the fixed time, Prashant himself was going to go as his sister-in-law's secret bodyguard. Like every sensible elder sister, Shabnam wanted to give confidence to the younger sister, and at the same time, without the younger sister knowing, she was also making arrangements for her safety. Poor Shabnam was unaware that history was about to repeat in her life. A few years ago, in the morning when Shabnam had sent a lot of messages to Prashant, Prashant could not wake up. In fact, a fraud had happened to him, about which he had no knowledge to date. A few years ago, Prashant was suffering from a cold. He was roaming around the house coughing and sneezing. In those days, his army man mama, maternal uncle, had come to his house on holidays. He had offered whiskey to Prashant the moment he sneezed for the first time, but Prashant had refused. One night, Mama made Prashant drink whiskey in the name of a decoction. It was that very night that his beloved needed him the most the next morning. The phone was ringing continuously. Apart from incoming calls, messages were coming, but Prashant was sleeping under the influence of alcohol. Even after thinking many times, Prashant could not figure out why the boy, who woke up on time every day, had not woken up that morning. In the year 2014, Prashant was again suffering from a cough and cold. A week ago he had a fever due to a summer cold. He did not have to go anywhere for any special work, hence he ate a lot without paying attention to a fever, and also had a lot of fun with his friends without taking any rest. As a result, the fever had worsened. His mother was worried about his worsening fever and was repeatedly asking him to take medicine, but he was having a lot of fun, so he neither took medicine nor rested. When he received Shabnam's letter 2 days ago, he felt his mother's concern. He cancelled other plans with his friends and became Sharif like a child, brought medicines with his mother, and started spending time watching TV while taking bed rest. Prashant thought that he would recover in 2 days. But exactly the opposite happened. His health worsened. As stubborn as Prashant was, he had a fever, hence neither the fever nor the cough and cold subsided. As long as he took the medicine, he got some relief, after which he started coughing and sneezing again. "Hey man, give me the miraculous decoction of Mama that cured me earlier," Prashant said to his father after coughing badly. Father called his brother-in-law. He immediately suggested whiskey. Hearing this, father burst out laughing. He thought that at least on the pretext of the decoction, their son would at least act like a normal boy. Thinking this, he gave the whiskey decoction to Prashant. "This decoction is strange, you should have asked Mama properly," said Prashant. "Hey man, we are not top-class Vaidya like your mama, we did as much as we could understand," Papa said, hiding his laughter. The father had added more whiskey to the decoction, thinking that now that his son had grown up, he would get a higher dose. Father thought it was a joke, but Babita was going to pay the price for this joke the next morning. Prashant felt that why bother his friends? He was also free after taking the exam, so he would go after Babita. However, his deteriorating condition forced him to seek help from his friends. The night he drank the decoction, he heard from every friend that, "Tomorrow? Not possible for me." Overall, Shabnam's lie became the truth. Babita was really completely alone that morning. Not only were Satan's 2 slaves blind with lust, but they had also ordered chitta at the gate of the university. Babita went to the canteen uncle to call Raju, and Garikpal took delivery of chitta. For 2 hours. Garikpal winked and made an obscene gesture to Ashish. A watchman standing at the university gate saw his gesture.